Are we about to witness the biggest bull run ever, and we could see this massive explosion for Bitcoin and also Ethereum? Because yes, today could mark the day where we're going to see the ETF approval for Ethereum, and that Ethereum is going to see this major pump towards the upside all the way to the at least 5,000 US dollar mark. And guys, we're going to see this major shift when it comes to regulatory framework in the United States. So we're going to look at the news, the charts, and some altcoins to find out what we could expect in the immediate short term. And yes guys, today could mark the beginning of this major parabolic run towards the upside. Like I told you before, used to extremely early. So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and welcome back to B4Crypto. Yes guys, today is going to be a very important day for Ethereum, because we could expect, yes, the ETF approval and this major pump towards the upside, not only for Ethereum, but the overall crypto market and especially the altcoins. And yes, like I told you guys, you should have bought the dip on all of these altcoins. But before we're going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and also some major altcoins, we're going to go directly over to the news, because we got some major bullish news when it comes to US regulations. Breaking: bill to develop a regulatory framework for digital asset passes the House. And this is extremely bullish. And to find out more about this act, we're going to listen to this speech.
To the gentleman from Minnesota, a great leader for digital assets, cryptocurrency, and innovation, Tom Emmer.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today, we have an opportunity to determine whether the next iteration of the Internet will be designed by Americans or if it will instead reflect the values of some other nation. The FIT21 Act gives us that opportunity and unlocks a larger conversation beyond innovation. This bill is about national security. It's about consumer protection. It's about global competitiveness. It's about shaping what the future global digital economy looks like and how it functions. Currently, all online transactions are intermediated. But as we move deeper into the digital age, digital assets are key to decentralizing the Internet so Americans can transact directly with each other. Now, no intermediary needed. Without crypto, we don't have this ability. And I think giving Americans the choice to do business through an intermediary or directly with each other is important. Having that choice will fundamentally alter the digital economy, unlocking new opportunities for Americans and individuals across the world in ways we haven't even begun to contemplate. However, this Congress can no longer stand by as regulators squander this opportunity right within our grasp. This administration has demonstrated they simply are not willing to allow the digital asset industry to innovate in the United States. For every legal inconsistency or regulatory hurdle they produce, instead of coherent and informed guidance, they drive American digital asset users into less safe jurisdictions. That's why the FIT21 Act is significant, to set clear and consistent rules for American innovators. Among the many important provisions in this bill is My Securities Clarity Act, bipartisan language tailored specifically to digital assets that provides the legal flexibility for a digital asset project to transition from centralization to decentralization. This transition is critical to the future peer-to-peer digital economy, and I thank the chairman and my friends on the other side of the aisle for working with me to incorporate this section into the bill today. Their work on this extensive framework will allow Americans to once again lead the way.
So yes, this is a major bullish news for the overall crypto market, especially when it comes to the US. This is going to drive the overall crypto market, guys. And yes, let's go over to the next major news that we could expect. Yes, the ETF approval for Ethereum. An ETF approval would not only be bullish for Ethereum, but for the entire crypto market, especially in the US, which holds the largest capital pool globally. And yes, this is also exactly what we can see with the FIT21 Act, that we're going to see a massive liquidity. And yes, like I posted over on X, if the Ethereum spot ETF gets approved today, we are going to see a massive rally in altcoins. Post your favorite altcoins, and yes guys, leave a comment in the comment section below with your favorite altcoins, because yes, like I told you before, on the total 3 market cap, if we're going to see this breakout from this major support from the previous bull market, we could expect this major parabolic run exactly as we saw after the previous Bitcoin halving. We saw this consolidation phase and this massive move towards the upside. And yes, this gives us the indication, guys, we are staying above the 13 moving average on the weekly chart when it comes to the total 3 market cap. and the total through market cap are all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and also Ethereum. So overall guys, we could expect this massive pump towards the upside for every altcoin, and yes, we could see this major consolidation phase and this major dump when it comes to altcoins. Yes, maybe you're holding some altcoins which are down around 35, 50 or even 80%. Guys, this is going to change in a short period of time where we're going to see that all of these altcoins are going to see a massive move towards the upside, and yes, some of these altcoins maybe are going to move 100 or even 200% in one single day. So ultimately guys, dollar cost average into all of these coins. Then if you want to trade crypto on the spot market or trade it on a leverage, go down in the video description below and sign up to BloFin, where you don't need any KYC. So let's go over to the charts, because yes, on the Bitcoin chart we can perfectly see we came all the way back up into this major resistance zone, got a rejection exactly here, and like I told you, I could expect yes, Bitcoin is going to retrace all the way back down, and that we're going to see this retracement all the way back down into this major support zone, which was previous resistance. So let's go down on the even lower time frames, because yes, on the 4-hour chart we can perfectly see we're seeing this consolidation, but Bitcoin is forming this perfect bullish flag. And if we're going to break out from this downward sloping trend that we have been forming on this flag, guys, we could expect this fast move towards the upside, at least all the way up to the previous all-time high. So yes, this is extremely bullish for Bitcoin, because previous resistance is now actually turning into support, and we can see that Bitcoin is perfectly holding the level of 69,000 US dollars. At the moment we can see, yes guys, the major level that we need to break is the 70,000 US dollars, this short-term trend, this downwards trend exactly here. And then we could expect that we're going to come all the way back up to the previous all-time high and all the way up to our next price target being the 80,000 US dollars. But yes, let's go over to Ethereum, because on the charts for Ethereum we can perfectly see guys that we are in this major bullish trend, and we're seeing this godlike candle. And yes, if we're going to break this previous resistance, which is exactly here from the previous all-time high, guys, we could expect to break the previous all-time high, which is exactly at the level of 4,900 US dollars. And if we're going to see this ETF approval, guys, I could even expect that yes, we're going to see this move all the way up to the 6,000 US dollar level, maybe not exactly the 1.618, which is the 7,000 US dollars. But guys, if we're going to see this positive move, the ETF approval, guys, we could expect this major pump towards the upside, because for the Bitcoin approval from the ETF, we saw exactly from the decision all the way up to the swing high, we saw a 75% move for Bitcoin after the ETF approval, and this would bring Ethereum all the way up to the 6,800 US dollar level. So ultimately guys, I'm going to be a little bit conservative, and my next price target is first going to be the 5,000 US dollars exactly here, round about the previous all-time high. But guys, we could expect this fast move all the way up to the 6,000 US dollars. So let's go down on the even lower time frames. We've been forming this major bullish flag for Ethereum, and yes guys, we broke out exactly here as we broke the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level from this retracement from the swing high all the way to the swing low. And yes guys, if we're going to break the 78.6 and 88.6, I think that we're going to see this fast move all the way up to the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level, and the next major target on the daily chart, which is ultimately going to be the 5,000 US dollar mark. So yes, all of these Fibonacci levels perfectly line up. So yes, this is your last call to get into Ethereum, Bitcoin, and some of the major altcoins. So let's go over to the altcoins, because yes, on Solana I told you exactly here to dollar cost average into the zone, because this is ultimately going to be the bottom of this major consolidation. Because yes, I told you this is just to scare you out of the markets. And yes, some of these altcoins saw a major correction towards the downside. If you would have invested exactly at the top, you would have been down exactly here 40%. But did you see this quick move towards the upside? And if we're going to break the previous all-time high for Solana, I could expect that ultimately our next price target is going to be the 439 US dollars. So yes, can you see that this was just to scare you out of the market? Yes, we saw this 40% dump, but if we're going to break the previous all-time high and break this major resistance, we could expect this pump all the way up to the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level, and this would be a percentage gain of 240%. So yes, can you see that this was just to scare you out of the market? A 40% dump is nothing compared to a move of 240%. Yes guys, and this is not going to be the end, because I could expect that Solana is going to see this major pump and it could at least reach the levels for Ethereum in the previous bull market. So this is roundabout going to be the level of $4,600 and if we're going to look at this move all the way from the current price movement all the way to my bullish case for Solana, this would be a pump of 2,400%. So let's go over to the next coin that you definitely should hold in your portfolio, which is going to be Link. Because yes, exactly within this consolidation phase at the previous bull market support, I told you to dollar cost average into chain Link because we could expect this major pump because we're not even at the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level from the previous bull market, and this would be a pump all the way from the current price movement all the way to the 61.8, just being a conservative price target of 126%. But if we're going to look at the major price target, if we're going to break the previous all-time high, this could bring us to levels of around about $90 for Chainlink, and this is still going to be a pump of 442%. So yes guys, used to extremely early, so ignore all of the FUD that we've been seeing for the previous month in dollar cost average into all of these coins. So yes, ultimately we could expect this major pump towards the upside for Ethereum before the ETF approval, and if this ETF gets approved exactly here today, we could expect this parabolic run towards the upside, breaking the previous all-time high and reaching price targets of up to $6,000 in a short period of time. So dollar cost average into all of these projects, and if you want to find out more about cryptocurrencies, guys, you need to smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly leave a comment with your favorite altcoin, which I'm going to cover in an altcoin special, which altcoins you need to hold in your portfolio, and most importantly be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.